Okay, today is Tuesday, April 21st, and this is surface area day one for geometry honors. Okay, so everyone should have printed out the sheet already. So, do now. Three-dimensional figures are represented in images A, B, and C. Images 1 and 2 are nets of the three-dimensional figures. Match each net to their three-dimensional image, then try to draw the missing net. So, this, when you undo it, becomes this. So this is A. A cylinder, when you undo it and flatten it out, becomes this. So this is C. And then we're trying to draw the square pyramid over here, or the rectangular pyramid, and that's a square. And then you have triangles like that. Now, we then have to go to match all of these with those. So start with the ones that are easiest for you, and then continue on. By the way, a net is a two-dimensional representation of a 3D shape. So here, it's too dark, but a net is a two-dimensional representation of a three-dimensional shape. That's what a net is. So now, when you look at number one goes with C, and that's a cube. Number two goes with E, and E is a rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. Okay. Number three goes with A, and this is called a triangular prism. I'm videoing. Yes. Triangular prism. And the triangles are the bases, and they're parallel to each other. Then number four goes with B. Notice how the bases are pentagons. So number four is B, and B is called a pentagonal prism. Five goes with D, this one over here. That's a triangular pyramid. Number six goes with G, and G is a square pyramid. Number seven goes with I. You guys, you could actually pause it and try to do it on your own before doing the video. But seven goes with I, and that is a pentagonal pyramid. A pyramid, right, is when you have the point goes up to one point like that. Number eight, we did above. Number eight is with F, and that is a cylinder. Number 9 goes with J, and that's a cone. And number 10 goes with H, and that's a sphere. The cone was missed out over there. I think it was covered a minute ago. So anyway, that's that. Okay, you could pause it if you didn't get them all. And now we're going to move on to surface area. This was really just a page about nets, okay? And they can ask a question like that. But now, even though the next page says surface area, here, I'm going to do lateral area first. I always say I'm going to switch the order, but I don't. Here we go. The lateral area, now in the gym, the lats are your sides. The lateral area is the sum of the areas of all the sides, not including the bases. So, to calculate the lateral area of a figure, you add the areas of all the sides. So, here we have 4, okay? Now, the way you can find the lateral area is you go to the perimeter of the base times the height. That's the other way. And by the way, whenever you have a rectangular prism, whatever it's standing up on, those are going to be considered the bases because different ones can be the bases depending on how it looks. So that's the general rule we're going to use. So to get the lateral area, you could just add the area of all the sides, or you could do the perimeter of the base times the height. Well, the perimeter of the base here, perimeter of the base would be 3.4 plus 2 plus 3.4 plus 2, which is 10.8. And the height is 10.2. And you multiply them, and you end up with 110.16. That's the lateral area. The other way of getting the lateral area would just to be finding the area of the front and then multiplying it by 2 because that's also the area of the back. And then finding the area of the left side and then multiplying by 2 because that's the area also of the right side. So we could have done it that way. Or you could have said 3.4 times 10.2 is 34.68, but then you have to add it again because it's the front and the back. And then you would do 2 times 10.2, which is 20.4. And then if the left side is 20.4, the right side is 20.4, add them all up, and you end up with 110.16. Again, either way. Either way. Okay. Here, the lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height. So, the perimeter of the base times the height. The perimeter of the base is 5. Well, there's 2 ways to do it. You could do 5 times 5 is 25, and the height is 12. 25 times 12 is 300 square feet. Or you could find the area of one side and then multiply it by 5 because there's 5 of them, right? So it could be 12 times 5 is 60, and then 60 times, there's 5 sides, is 300. And surface area is square feet. So either one of those ways is fine. No one's just telling you which way you have to use. Over here, for this one, I'm not going to do each way this time. I'm just going to do the lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height. Oh, actually, I could do it either way. I was for this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. when I did it, I just said, let me find out one side. 13 times 10, the area of one side is 130. 130 times 6 is 780 square feet. Okay. And then over here, what is the lateral area of a regular decagonal prism whose height is 5 and whose perimeter of the base is 60? The lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height. The perimeter of the base would be, perimeter of the base is 60. They actually give it to us. And the height is 5, so it's 300 square inches. Okay, that's lateral area. Now we're going to go back and do surface area. The surface area is equal to the lateral area plus the area of the base. To calculate the surface area, you add the areas of all the surfaces. Add the areas of all the surfaces. By the way, an example, when they ask you for surface area, that's really an example they use is wrapping paper. How much wrapping paper would you need? When you use wrapping paper, you don't just cover the sides, you cover the top and the bottom as well. Okay, so here we go. Find the surface area of all these. There's more than one way again. Whichever way you do is fine. I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to call it. But your homework is going to be to complete everything, the rest of the packet that's not done, which will include that one and the practice problems. Okay? So, right here, surface area is equal to the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. So in this case, the lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height plus 2 times the area of the base. And the area of the base is length times width, or base times height. The perimeter of the base is 12 plus 12 plus 5 plus 5, which is 34. The height is 6 plus 2 times the area of the base, which is 12 times 5. You end up with 204 plus 120, which is equal to 324. 324 square feet, okay? Or square inches, excuse me. Anyway, now, if you wanted to do the other way, when you have a rectangular prism, you're actually allowed to do 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. And it does work. So you would have 2 times 12 times 5 plus 2 times 12 times 6 plus 2 times 5 times 6. Okay? And you would get 120 plus 144 plus 60, which is equal to 324. So you still get it that way. Okay? Find the surface area of this triangular prism. Well, this is 3, 4. It's a Pythagorean triple. This ends up being 5 because that's a right triangle. Okay? The surface area is equal to the lateral area, which is why when I do it this way, I like to teach lateral area first, plus 2 times the area of the base. Well, the lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height And the 2 times the area of the bases of the triangle, 2 times the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. The perimeter of the base, 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. The height is 10, plus 2 times 1/2 base and height. The base and height are the 3 and the 4. 120 plus 12 is 132 square units. And lastly, if the slant height of this regular square pyramid is 12, the slant height is the one that goes perpendicular down the middle of the side like that, and that's 12. So it's going to do the base and the lateral area, and so the surface area is equal to the lateral area plus the area of the base, but there's only one base this time, okay? There's a pyramid. So I could find the area of one side and then multiply it by 4, okay? So the lateral area, so we have 1/2 base times height, 1/2 14 times 12, which is 84. Then I have to take that 84 and multiply it by 4 because there's 4 sides. So the 336 is the lateral area. The area of the base is, and it's a square pyramid. Oh, it's a square pyramid. So the base is 14 times 14, which is 196. So the surface area is equal to the lateral area, 336, plus 196 is equal to 532 square centimeters. And that is all there is for this lesson. It was a little less than 18 minutes. You are going to do, you're going to complete, actually forget about this one. All you have to do is the practice problems. So on the section that says practice problems, there are 7, one of them is part 2. So you have to do the practice problems, okay? I hope you are all well. This is surface area day 1. Your assignment is to complete the section called practice problems. All done.